Chris, you look so nice in red.
And you look so cute in green.
Thank you. Red and green, you know what that means? Christmas. We're gonna be making a chestnut soup. It's a soup that we make every year for Christmas.
For almost 20 years now.
Yeah, we used to have these big parties and there would be people, they came to the Christmas party and we'd be out. They'd be like, am I late? Have I missed it? Is the chestnut soup gone?
Yes. Sorry.
Let's get started.
Okay. First we put in butter to melt. So we're going to melt the butter. Now we're going to add the shallots. Then I like to put in the chestnuts. I'm using the vacuum packed ones that are already peeled. Saute them for a moment. Then add the chicken stock and bring it to a boil.
When we started this recipe, when Mom started making this recipe, she would roast the chestnuts herself. She would peel the chestnuts. And let me tell you, every year I heard about it. I would come home from college, she would be like, oh, my hands are like shredded. And I think you started doing this when I was away. You didn't do this when I was a kid. And I would come home every Christmas, she'd pick me up at the airport and she'd be like, what's too bad you weren't here early to help me. Look at my hands, they're like hamburger. Then finally a friend of ours was like, you know you can get those already peeled and stuff at Trader Joe's. And we were like, what? So
that's what we did then.
Mother, when you think of chestnuts, in your mind, do you ever think of Singing in the Rain?
No, I think of New York and them roasting chestnuts on the streets.
Well, no, of course, but I'm just talking about the word. Don't you remember in Moses Supposes before he goes, Chester chooses chestnuts.
Chester chooses chestnuts. Cheddar cheese with chewy chives. He chews them and he chooses them. He chooses them and he chews them. Those chestnuts, cheddar cheese and chives in cheery, charming chunks.
Oh, wonderful. Do another one.
Oh, thank you.
The rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. I think I've got it.
Okay, Eliza, this is boiling. So we turn it down to a simmer. Do you cover it or do you leave it uncovered?
You can do either way. I would cover it. Let the covered mixture simmer for about 45 minutes or until the chestnuts soften. Once the chestnuts have softened to a boiled potato consistency, transfer to a blender.
Blend the soup until smooth and transfer it back to your soup pot on medium heat. Add your little bit of sherry and your nutmeg and your mace and cook for just a few more minutes until the alcohol from the sherry has burned off. Taste as you go and salt as you go.
So our guests will be eating this tomorrow. We're going to leave it overnight. Flavors them all together. You don't need to. You can make it right before the guests come. But I like to make things ahead of time because I don't like to be in a rush with everything, and you can make this ahead of time. Especially around the holidays when you have so many other dishes to make. If you know this is made, you can be serving it to your guests as they come while everything else is in the oven. Like I said, Mom and I would put it in little demi-tasse glasses, like a little espresso. Yeah, we would do these. We have a set of these, you know. That's nice. She's going to have a little bit. That's really nice. Or if you're having a sit-down dinner, you have a very shallow bowl because you can see by the thickness, it's very rich.